Hello guys, Woohoo here, back with another new show. This time around it's week 12 and we are here with the latest live streamed notes. Thanks to Zero, so shout out again to Zero. The first part we are not going to talk much about. There's a lot of talk about the packs coming to the game in the next, actually tomorrow, as you're watching probably this video. If you're watching on Monday, which I do appreciate if you do, leave a like and all that jazz helps me out a lot. But they talked about these new packs coming and stuff like that. The new pack and the Terraformer and the Tome and the something like that. So we did actually Sentient Shards. The Tome that you are getting from that, there is actually a Tome for that. I think that is also a craftable one, but I think actually that this one is in the pack. But I think you also can get it crafted in the new biome. I'm pretty sure. I might have some follow-up on that, but anyways, you can look it up yourself as well. But these actually does is the one that's like the timed thing, basically like Dragonite, kind of like they are kind of like Dragonite. They're timed. You can only get a certain amount of them and stuff like that, unless you do like beacons and whatnot and stuff like that. I'm talking about like randomly generate them. They won't like drop from monsters and stuff like that. Basically a little like bindings, for example, and stuff like that. So if you want to read all about these things that they said here, they actually had two guests on the special guest on the show. I would suggest you go check it out, the full stream, or you go to the description and just read this. I will link, of course, this in the description. So let's just go to the question and answer section. So first, they ask if there's going to be an update, like a name wipe with the update, and they say not this week. We'll try to get in one for you next week. So they are wiping our names if you haven't logged in. So if you're watching this, make sure you log in. If you play regularly since the 1st of January, or if you have played since the January, don't worry about it. It won't change your name and stuff like that. So don't worry. It's only for people that hasn't played like since before that. So I would suggest you guys go log in, even if you're not going to play Trove, but you still watch these videos. I do appreciate it though, if you're keeping up with the news. Thank you so much. But do make sure that you log in if you want to save your name. If you don't, they are going to change. Like you could probably have to do a new name. So if you want a new name, I think you can actually do it like that. I'm not sure, but I think it works like that. But of course, if you're logged in before that, it's not going to, wipe your name basically. All right, any plans on changing Sentinel Shards for the cost of a Guardian costume in the rest of your band? No plans right now. Go line monitor. Okay, so the Sentinel Shards, that's what we're talking about. It's quite expensive, the Sentinel Shards. Like I said, they're quite timed in the sense of they're also beacons. You can of course get them from beacons, but the beacon bosses and all that I keep calling it ramparts, but that's an old dungeon in World of Warcraft. Rampage, you can also get it from then. That and all that jazz, but they're not talking about doing plans right now. I think they want to see if people actually craft it instead of buying it. If it's too cheap or too expensive or whatever. But they want to make it a little bit more expensive, if that makes any sense. So there's an incentive to buy it because they are actually living off our money, right? And they also have to have money in some way, right? Will there be a golden egg version of the True Dragon? Yes, each new. Oh, okay. They will have a golden dragon egg. That's really, really nice because we actually had an issue with like previous dragons don't have a golden dragon egg from the beginning. So I think they had a lot of negative response to that these dragons, because people farmed them and then there was no golden dragon egg, and there was a golden diamond. Sorry about that. There was a golden dragon egg introduced later, and then people already farmed the dragons, and they was kind of like, oh, if this was a golden dragon egg, I would just have bought that, instead of grinding all of it. What are the odds of Rampage? Rampage challenges, they weigh about 6 per day. Oh, 6 per day. That's not they're random when they spin up. You don't have a direct control of it. Wow, it's only 6 per day. That is quite insane. I gotta say, I know that's 6 hours per day, but still, I think that should be increased in like the beginning, to be honest, to be like maybe 12. I know that's a lot, but like then gradually, like descending like less and less of them per day. Yeah, I don't know. Is it possible to get all the new daily bonuses on launch day? We won't do that because Heroes comes out revamping daily, so you will be expensive bonus in the new glory and oh yeah, okay, so they won't like give a full, but we might get a like all bonuses 1 week. That's gonna be very interesting that week when we are gonna get like we had in the past where we had all bonuses active. So if you have any patron lying around, I would definitely like save it until then. If you are interested, because they will be a week where all bonuses are available again. We don't know yet, of course. It's gonna be probably a while, but it's gonna be, yeah. How many major update planned this year? Ooh, we have planned 3 more small one and small ones in between. 3 major ones. That sounds absolutely amazing. 3 major ones. So it might be 2 more because this counts as a big one, as a major one, whatever you're gonna call it, like as expansion, I would call it. It would make most sense if we got 2 more this year, which is amazing. They did hint at they're not gonna release another class, which I don't think is a good idea. I think they should release another class, maybe in like scenario, like random scenario. I don't know anything about, but like let's talk about the major ones. So, like if we have a major one now, we're getting a class. Then they could release another major one during the summer at some point, right? With no class, but like updates or something. Like we had the Eclipse update. I know it wasn't the best one, but it actually was better than like most things, right? So let's not shoot it down too much. But like the third one that they're talking about, or I don't know if it's they do say 3 more. So they might be saying that there's actually 4 coming this year, but if you're just gonna count the 3, right, then they would like plan one from the fall, right, and that I think should contain a new class. So every like 6 months we would get a new class. I think that's fairly like obtainable, or just totally revamp. And we talked about it in the previous new show that. Updating classes in like rework, not just buffing them, but changing their gameplay, whatever, so they feel new and fresh or something like that. Helps out a lot of games like that in particular and stuff like that. So yeah. What to do with the leftover? Oh yes, because we are more or less. I think I'm missing like 5 costumes at the moment. 4 after next week. These are the ones you have to make the Lunar Dragon. I made the Lunar Dragon first, and then I started doing the costumes. Other people did it other way around. Doesn't really matter which way you do it. But I actually didn't think about this because I was still missing some. But yeah, we're actually gonna run out of things to buy with these things because it's only for the costumes for each class. It might introduce a class also for the Guardian, a costume for that. These are actually, if you don't know what these are, I'm actually going to explain it. Actually, these are the ones you get from Dawn the Moon when you defeat her. You get 1 from normal, you get 2 from hard, and 3 on, or you actually get 3. I think you actually only get 1 per person. Put it. I can't remember that. Sorry, but you get these from these basically. Get it from Dawn the Moon. But they say working on some new recipe for it. May or may not be a new dragon. Great, a new dragon. I didn't particularly like the Lunar Dragon. I don't really like the snake dragons, to be honest, but that's just me. But yeah, discussion were made regarding. They actually talked about this today because maybe somebody actually realized, people are actually running out of things for this. All right, so yeah, that's actually good to hear that there's something coming. Do any new daily bonuses or frequent effect drop rate of feathers? We'll answer that in the next week. Oh, okay. So feathers, these feathers are for the Phoenix Dragon. I don't think it needs to have some kind of increased drop effect. It's kind of quite easy to get them actually when you do a special method and stuff like that. Leave a like if you want to see a method which method I did to get the Phoenix Dragon. It's pretty simple, but it might not be what people think. Now that it's faster fishing, daily boats will see weekly bonus return 4 times super speed fishing. No, due to some technical issue, which the way we speed things up actually makes it amount time you actually get fish. Oh, wow. So no. All right, so even with the daily bonus being on fish day, I think it's Tuesday. That's gathering day. You get extra fish speed. It actually doesn't stack, so that's actually really nice to know. So yeah, no, you can just fish your bonuses on that. You don't have to wait for that week. That's pretty good. All right, there's something with lag and causing rubble banding and stuff like that. There's a pretty long one. I'm just gonna skip that one because it's a lot of. You can read that one yourself if you want to. When crafting dragon souls and beacon loot, collect them. Only 100 can this be revisited. We put it lower or visit. Okay, there's no lower prey. Okay, there's something to do with you getting 100. I don't know exactly what these lunar souls. I think it's the old ones, how they did it before. Yeah, I think it's the old lunar souls, and you only get 100 glim, which is kind of weird. I would think that they should get something else, but yeah, I guess so. A lot of each class get a visitor costume. Will that be fixed? There is a no, not every class for visitor will be fixed. I think it might be. I'm not sure what these costumes are, but you can read about it. It's quite a long moon silver costumes. That's the Daughter Moon costumes. So yeah. So there will be one for the Vanguardian as well, I think. All right, let's go. Any plans to making non-randomly generated worlds? That's a performance issue. That's gonna be tough. But they actually, so it's not random, so it's always the same. I don't really see the point. Let's jump on that. I don't know really what that question was all about. Have you guys thought about a subclass equip earning experience as well? Ooh, we talked about it. We want a little bit more with subclasses. Wanted to do a little bit more with the what subclasses do. Maybe we'll get some. We're putting that back to chat. We've seen not most polling engaging thing. Do you want us to focus more on subclasses or work on more new classes? We will definitely, guys, focus more on subclasses. Like I'm saying. If that's the question, if it's like work on subclasses or work on new classes, definitely work on subclasses. 100% work on subclasses. So subclasses actually is something that changes the class. So the class seems new, and if you use I've discussed this so many times, but change the subclasses so they actually is something that changes the gameplay of the class, then we don't have to get new classes because you have a new class. You have a Dino Warrior, for example, or whatever, right? I don't know how they're going to do that, but interact these things with them so they have the skills. Or make a skill tree, maybe even making a skill tree that you fuse these two classes together, which, you have your classes, but then it locks open up points or something like that you get, or whatever. Like a very simple skill tree where you just go through and you want this kind of ability and you want your ability to do this, and you have to get the class gem, and then you suck at the class gem into the tree, or something like that. It is just, there is no end to the possibilities, right? But definitely work on subclasses. I would say that, because I've been saying get a new class because I didn't know that they wanted to go back and revisit any of the subclasses, but definitely we want more out of the subclasses. Definitely. Just don't want a stack stick. We want them to change classes. Why can't Chloromancer's ultimate triggered by class gem? A good question. We're looking, okay. It's up as the next class to be revamped. Oh, okay. So the Chloromancer is the one that's going to be next. I don't really see that has a lot of issues. Tomb Raider for me seems like. Oh, and then Revenant. Revenant is actually after that. Okay. Okay. So the Chloromancer is not the next revamp. That's the Revenant, and then the Chloromancer is up as the next class to be revamped. Okay. So it would be Dracolite, right, as we have now. It's coming tomorrow, and then you have the Revenant after that, and then the Chloromancer. Okay, like that. Okay, and yeah, revamped. I don't feel like you can use the word revamp when you say just buffing. let's say the next class is going to be buffed. That's the thing. Could I key bindings on Xbox buttons if I want? Note it. They will probably have some key bindings coming on. Added a zoom motion to cameras, so I'm not blinded by the gunslinger result. There is out. There's mods out there that removes all that VFX for the gunslinger, and I know the issue might be not on consoles and stuff like that, but if you're playing on PC, you could definitely get mods so the guy smooths everything out and stuff like that. Very, very nice. Can we get, good question, not with Heroes update. Okay, so he's not. It's built instantly, so it will come, just not with Heroes. Okay, so we are getting a costume for that. So I guess we can get a little bit of those for some time. We consider sleep times for heroes. Oh, that's the NPCs. That's the quest givers. So they won't, it's basically so they can sleep and stuff like that. Is there going to be a spring sale for the store? No decision on that yet. Absolutely, we consider a spring sale. That would be nice. Wouldn't hate that at all. Next thing is, how much mastery can we expect from the $50 Vanguardian pack? Class gains normally mastery value as the costumes and cool stuff. Everything from the attainable through the game. Nothing mastery exclusive. So you don't have to buy the $50 pack. Definitely not the numbers were given. No, definitely. Okay, so there won't be. It's the same. You can get it all free to play, or yeah. But you can also just get it with the $50 pack if you want to do that. But you cannot get everything. So to the tome that I was talking about before in the beginning, you can actually get that also through that. So it's just, it's definitely not needed to buy the $50 pack if you want to. But it is really expensive and quite time to get. But if you have, like, my suggestion is if you have other classes to level, definitely level those before getting the Vanguardian. You know, if you're not maxed out on every class. I'm gonna get the Vanguardian at the start because I have no other classes to really level, because I have all levels. But I would definitely get it if it was. I will definitely had made it for free if I had other classes to level before that. So basically. That was the patch notes. So again, shout out to Zero. Thank you so much, man, for making these live notes, for making everybody's life so much easier. If you liked this new show and it helped you out, or you were informed at least, so give it a big like if you liked it and stuff like that. And of course, I will see you in the next news show. Goodbye.